we are going to be talking about the industry of health and beauty. Now, everybody wants to be healthy, especially in today's times where there is so much threat to our immunity, there is so much threat to to our health. So, इस situation में I think this is a perfect topic to bring about on this platform, is to know that how can you make a thriving career in the field of health and of course in the field of beauty as well. So I think I'm just going to start and give you a little bit of what I do and where I come from. I just want to know that if you're able to hear me, as you said, okay Harshal, you can hear me, awesome. So first off, since we are on this topic of career counseling here, I really want to encourage all of you to go a little bit deeper और थोड़े अपने आप से ये क्वेश्चन करें कि एक जॉब और एक करियर में डिफरेंस क्या है. So if you have your own opinions about the differences between a job and a career, leave them in the comments below. I would love to know your thoughts because there are two different things. A job is something like a rented house. You're living there for some time and then you move there and move to a different house. But a career is something that is your long-term vision. वो एक लंबी आपकी सोच है जहाँ पर एक आप घर खरीदते हो. जिंदगी में शायद लोग 4-5 घर खरीदते हैं max to max. So you can shift careers a couple times, but jobs you can always keep shifting after 3 or 4 years. So you have to decide what is your job and what is your career and how far do you want to go and how long the lambi race ka ghoda. I think you can keep the door open. So lambi race ka ghoda, which means that you have to look at the long shot of life. So try to differentiate between figuring out कि आपको job, आपकी mentality, आपकी personality है जहाँ पर आपको एक 9 to 5 routine या 9 to 6 routine. If you are working in a startup culture, वहाँ पर आप 9 to 8 routine जहाँ पर आप सुबह 9 बजे जाते हैं और रात को 8 बजे जाते हैं, वो routine आपको ज़्यादा पसंद है या आपको एक एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप या एक लॉन्ग टर्म विजन है जहाँ पर आप जॉब के थ्रू अपना कुछ स्टार्ट करने की क्षमता रखते हो. फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल हम लोग को फिगर आउट करना है कि हम में वो सारी चीज़ें हैं या नहीं हैं. Right? Some people are excellent employees. They get the work done on time and everything. They are on time and they are able to submit on deadlines and all of that. But when we are talking about people who start something of their own, it's a 24/7 hustle, which means आपको 24 घंटा काम करना हो सकता है. आपके पीछे कोई बॉस नहीं है बोलने वाला कि आपको हमारे हिसाब से या वो आपको एक वो नहीं देता है, स्प्रेडशीट नहीं देता है कि ये करना. आपको खुद अपने लिए वो चीज़ स्केड्यूल सेट करना पड़ता है एंड यू हैव टू फिगर आउट थिंग्स ऑन योर ओन. सॉरी, मैं हिंदी उतनी अच्छी नहीं बोल पा रही हूँ जितना मैं आपको इंग्लिश में एक्सप्रेस कर सकती हूँ. सो I really apologize for it. But if you have any questions or if you're not able to understand या कुछ समझ नहीं आ रहा है तो आप प्लीज़ कमेंट्स में छोड़ सकते हैं and I'll try to translate it in Hindi as well. So we can do Hindi and English both and I want to make sure that maximum people are able to understand what I'm trying to communicate to all of you. So आपको ये समझना है कि आप एक जॉब ओरिएंटेड पर्सन है या करियर ओरिएंटेड पर्सन. लेकिन जब आप जिंदगी शुरू कर रहे हैं, आई एम होपिंग दैट मोस्ट ऑफ द पीपल हु आर वाचिंग मी हियर are looking for career guidance. You could be a graduate, you could be somebody who is in high school, or you could be somebody who is wanting to do a career change into the world of health and beauty. So I want to address each one of you and at this point I just want to tell you that when you are starting out in any industry, पहले जब आप एक intern की तरह start out करते हो कोई भी industry में, then you have to make sure कि आपको समझना चाहिए कि आपका bread और butter कहाँ से आएगा, आपका घर कैसे चलेगा, आपके टेबल पर खाना कैसे आएगा. Alright? So जब आप अपने आप को figure out करते हो कि उस समय अगर आप मतलब हमेशा ऐसा सोचो कि नहीं मेरा पैशन है, तो ये पैशन के चक्कर में ना आपका जो रोज़मर्रा की ज़िंदगी है या एवरीडे लाइफ है, दैट विल गेट अफेक्टेड. सो व्हेन यू आर स्टार्टिंग आउट इन एनी इंडस्ट्री, you have to be open to any opportunity that comes your way. Any opportunity. If you're getting to work, let's say even as a receptionist in a high-end salon, or if you are getting to assist somebody in a yoga studio, you should be open to it. तो आपको जितना experience मिल सके, जितने लोगों के साथ आप काम कर सके, जितना आप real life experience करना चाहे, आपको समझना है किसी की जर्नी आप मैप करो जो आपको इंस्पायर करता है, और आप उससे पूछो कि क्या मैं अपने आप को वहाँ देखता हूँ या नहीं. And then you realize, okay, I want to be where that person is. Ask that person a good time to reach them. Do not reach them on a Monday morning. Mondays are really busy for people who have done a lot of work in their lives. So reach them on a Sunday night, Saturday night, and tell them if I can, come and shadow you around. Shadow मतलब होता है आप देख सकते हो कि वो अपना दिनचर्या में क्या क्या करते हैं, कि कल समय उठते हैं, कैसे अपना schedule organize करते हैं, and how they are motivated to get things done within a stipulated time of 24 hours. जैसे बोलते हैं कि 24 घंटे ही सबके पास होते हैं, कोई लोग उस 24 घंटे को पूरी तरह अपने हाथों की मुट्ठी में कर हर एक मिनट का फ़ायदा उठाते हैं. So you have to be very meticulous. Reach out to them and tell them that I want to shadow you. What you do, how you interact, whom do you talk, what are your connections, and एक दिन आप उनको shadow करो और देखो कि आपको वैसी ज़िंदगी अपने लिए पसंद है. तभी आप figure out कर पाओगे कि जो इंडस्ट्री में आप जाना चाह रहे हो उसके प्रोज और कॉन्स, क्योंकि हर इंडस्ट्री में कोई ना कोई प्रो होता है और कोई ना कोई कॉन होता है. कॉन मतलब कोई ना कोई माइनस पॉइंट होता है. सो यू हैव टू फिगर आउट दैट बिफोर गोइंग इनटू एनीथिंग. आप एक बार ऐसे जो लोग ऑलरेडी कर चुके हैं जहां आप जो आप करना चाहते हो, so go out, shadow them and figure out if that is the industry for you. I think most people who are coming here are telling that from their point of view in their industry, but sometimes what happens is I wished I knew when I graduated from high school in biology that I was really interested in holistic way of healing and using alternative medicine. But at that point of time we really did not have this sort of internet information out there. Right now we have this Google Mata and YouTube Pita, as we like to call it, which means Google Mother and YouTube Father, where you can literally score lots of information free of cost sitting at home. So we have to figure out that the industry that we choose is a long-term prospect for us, and then we go step by step. As a receptionist, probably in a salon, if you're interested in a beauty industry, or working under a doctor's clinic, a dermatologist office if you want to get into the skin industry, or if you want to get into a hair industry, shadowing a hairstylist, a celebrity hairstylist, working on film sets and shoots, and makeup artists. If you're interested in makeup, sign up for a makeup course or just volunteer to help the makeup teacher set the events or workshop or whatever that you're trying to do. So make sure that आप अपने हाथ थोड़े गंदे करें उस फील्ड में, और तभी आपको समझ आएगा if that industry is for you or not. So remember this, clarity comes from engagement and not just thought. मतलब आपको जो दिमाग में clarity आएगी वो सिर्फ सोचने से नहीं आएगी, उसी फील्ड में interact करने से, उन्हीं जैसे लोगों के बीच रहकर आप figure out कर सकोगे if this is what drives you and if this is what is your passion. क्योंकि कभी कभी हम सोचते हैं if things are for us, but eventually we realize that no, I'm not interested in it anymore. So let that not happen to you. Do what I said and you'll be on the right track. Now moving on, let's talk a little bit about my journey. I graduated in biology way back in 2009, and since then I have evolved as a person. I feel like I'm no more the person that I graduated in microbiology, but along the lines I found out that I am a very extrovert, as you can see, a talkative person, and my personality would eventually get very, very stagnant if I were to be in a lab working with microscopes and cultures and all of that. So I figured out that I'm really interested in beauty, and I wish, that's what I'm telling you, कि आपको figure out करना कि आपका interest क्या है. I think in India most of the people figure out their interests once they graduate, और तब उनको समझ आता है कि यार I don't want to do engineering or I don't want to be a doctor or whatever that my parents expected of me. So आप वो expectation में मत जाओ, सुनो सबकी, करो वही जो आपको खुद पसंद है. So no matter what all the other people are telling out here, you decide what you want to do and how far you want to go in this journey. All right. So when I started out, I could have done a postgraduate in microbiology, but then I went ahead and in cosmetology way back in the US. मेरी journey थोड़ी अलग है because I know most of the people who are watching me right here are from India. So I'm just going to address what are the options for health and beauty in India, because if I talk about my experience abroad and my education abroad, it's not going to make sense on this platform. So if you are willing to get industry exposure in the field of beauty, because I was more interested in beauty in my early and mid 20s, and then slowly I realized that I'm more interested in the holistic way of healing and medicinal therapy and yoga. So I feel like now I'm at a stage in my life where I am completely into the field of lifestyle medicine, which is internal healing and which is also related to beauty in some way, because I feel like when you feel good inside and you're eating and living with harmony of your mind, body and soul, you are able to look better, you're able to feel better, and you're able to have that beauty which is attractive and which is coming from inside out rather than from outside in, if that makes sense. मतलब आप एक अंदर से ग्लो करते हो और एक अंदर से आपकी एक ऊर्जा है जो सबको टच करती है, rather than just doing it on the outside like facials or makeup and all of that. So you have to really make sure that what are you aligned with. और हम हर स्टेज से इवॉल्व होते हैं. जो हमें अर्ली 20s या टीनेज में पसंद था वो शायद हमको आज पसंद नहीं है. जो आज पसंद है, you have to decide that you keep growing, you keep evolving. और आप कैसे evolve होते हो? By taking different classes, by going out with people who have different careers, and you have to decide that what is good for you, and that's how you evolve. Now when I talk about beauty industry, I feel like the first step that anybody is interested in beauty industry is to go and shadow the person that they want to be. Now the best beauty makeup artist in India, as far as I know, is Namrata Soni. You can you'll have to go to Bombay though, because I think the most part where you can earn tons of money is in Bombay, because of course that's where the celebrity is and that's where the beauty industry in India is. So I feel like Bombay is the place for people who want to flourish and go to the next level. But even if you're in small towns, अगर आप छोटे शहर से भी है या mid level शहर से भी है, वहाँ पर भी आप अपना holding वो बना सकते हैं. What do you say? You can make a mark for yourself. Even if you are living in India, the first thing is go to a reputed academy or a reputed place where they're offering 100% placement. And there, go and get your hands dirty. Do as many blow dries, do as many faces of makeup. One bridal set can cost you about, I would say, आप एक शादी में एक ब्राइडल मेकअप करोगे तो आपको मिनिमम टू मिनिमम 15,000 तो छोटे शहर में भी लोग चार्ज करते हैं. So it's not like you are in a field that is lesser than engineering or any other field. There are tons of fields where you can make a mark despite the fact that you are in the beauty industry. So don't consider that if you're a makeup artist or if you're a hair artist or if you are even like a spa clinic, you could work under a doctor. Have you heard of VLCC? Now VLCC is a global brand which is run by Vandana Luthra, which has its revenue running into millions. Right? So go out there, work in a spa, or someone like me, like I did my cosmetology, but I figured out that I am not the kind of person who could work behind a chair on someone. I'm the kind of person who is an educator. That's what is the best thing about me, because that is my strength. So I want to play up my strength of being an educator or a teacher, you could say in simple language, is that whatever it is, whether it's health, beauty, or yoga, I am a teacher, and that is what makes me come alive. So now I've decided that I want to be like an educator more than somebody who is, working a 9-to-5 job, because probably that doesn't suit my personal lifestyle. But it doesn't have to be the same for you. Maybe you like the salon culture, maybe you like the beauty culture, maybe you like the spa and salon, and you like interacting with people. That could work perfectly well for you. So the thing is that you have to decide what is good for you. So the first step in beauty industry is go to a reputed academy where they offer you 100% placement, and make sure that you're always, learning through workshops, organizing events, online events, creating marketing funnels. Marketing funnels is something that how do you market yourself, whether it's through WhatsApp, creating flyers, constantly up to something, and that's how you are in people's eye. Instagram, and you can even create YouTube videos, do as many faces if you're into makeup. So let me get real quick here. I'm just gonna let you know that even you could go into natural beauty. Now natural beauty is nothing but using organic Ayurvedic ingredients. You could even become a skincare formulator. Now skincare formulator is people who make skincare creams, lotions, scrubs, body scrubs, and all of that. So you could probably migrate to Kerala. Now Kerala is an abundant place that has huge opportunity for people who are interested in Ayurvedic beauty. Now there you can become a spa therapist, and spa therapists earn a lot, trust me. Even in Kerala, I've seen people going on cruises and all of that. So you have to decide what kind of life would you like in your personal and professional life, what kind of place would you like to live in, what kind of education would you like. So the first thing is you go and you decide you want to become a spa therapist or an Ayurvedic beautician, work in an ashram, because I lived in ashrams for a major part of my life, because I was training in yoga, and I was volunteering in an ashram, and we did a lot of retreats way back in California where I come from. I've been living in the US for the past 10 years. So I used to visit ashrams and conduct workshops and kids workshops and all of that. So you have to really understand that the beauty industry is vast. There is unlimited opportunities for one facial, for one carbon facial, just like putting it out there. Okay, now carbon facial is that uses external pressure to remove all the pigmentation and removes all the old acne scars from your face, or even stretch marks for that matter. And then that facial is 7,000 rupees for one session, and there is 6 sessions that you have to take in order, and there are waiting lists for clinics to offer that. There's an incredible clinic that hires people who have been trained in cosmetology. It's called Twacha in Bombay, Mumbai. It's called Twacha. There's VLCC, there's Cutest Skincare. So the field of skincare, beauty, hair, makeup, fashion, film shoots, you can become a celebrity hair artist, and they earn a lot. Now if you want to go to high-end academies like Be Blunt, they charge about 2,50,000 if I'm not wrong in India for a 6-month internship to become a hair artist. Now if you want to go into skin cosmetology, you can go to Jamuna Pai, who is an internationally renowned cosmetologist in Bombay. These are the 2 places that I know of hair and beauty, because I haven't lived in India for too long, since I was 18. So these are the 2 places that I can definitely recommend you if you're interested in beginning your career in the field of beauty in India. And for makeup, I would suggest, if you're able to afford, try to go to Namrata Soni, who is in Bandra, Bombay. She charges about, I think, once you graduate from her, I think you'll be able to do brides and all of that. She's really good, and she's on Instagram as well. So I think those are the 3 fields. But if you want to go into Ayurveda and natural beauty that I'm more inclined towards now in my life, I would definitely suggest go down in Kerala, get your certifications from Kerala, try to ask them for opportunities, or if you want to work in an ashram, I think that's the best thing that you could do for your mind, body and soul, where you could work as an Ayurvedic therapist and live in the ashram and give treatments and live in that holistic environment. And if I were to go back, that's what I would do. And then, because in the US it's totally different. Once you're a cosmetologist, you are getting paid around $20 to $25 per hour. as a beginner, but once you rise up, you could have your own clinic, you could have your own salon, and you know, in the industry of beauty, you also have, you know, other micro branches like eyelash extensions and whatnot. So the field is bursting. You have to decide, how do you want to niche it down? What is your one strength, or what is your one expertise that you want to gain hold? Because you don't want to be master of everything and jack of everything and master of none. So decide what's your niche and just go and conquer that. तो आप उसको लक्ष्य बनाओ और लक्ष्य को conquer करो. I'm sorry, I'm not speaking in Hindi. I keep forgetting, but I will try from now. Okay. Now moving on quickly to the concept of wellness. Now wellness is something that's really close to my heart, because at one point I was in a dancing accident, you could say, because I was dancing and then I had an injury in my right knee, where the doctors had told me that I couldn't walk for about 6 months, and I wouldn't be able to dance and wouldn't be able to. I think that was a turning point in my life, and that's where yoga came into my life. And then I decided that I want to dedicate my existence to the world of wellness and spreading this information far and wide. And that's how I kind of, you know, moved into the world of beauty and then dived myself into the world of in the world of wellness. And that's how I got my yoga certification. I'm a certified 200-hour yoga therapist from Shivananda Ashram. So that's how I kept evolving. So I'm just telling you that we are all evolving, and there is no age of education, and there is no age to, you know, move forward in your life. We have to constantly keep learning, keep growing, keep meeting people who inspire us, so that, you know, our environment decides who we want to be in future. So the 5 or 6 people that we meet constantly are the people that we want to surround ourselves with. So make sure that you are always surrounded by people who are pushing, growing, moving, and doing amazing things in their life. All right, so that is something that I would, you know, start off my talk about wellness. The occupations that you could do in the field of wellness, if you're a fresh graduate, probably you could go and do like a yoga teacher program, or sign up for a nutrition course which runs about 1 to 2 years in something that's you know, a shorter course than becoming an RD. And you could also combine your yoga training with nutrition, health, or if you're somebody who just graduated from 12 and wants to get into the wellness field, the best thing for you, if I were to be graduated from my biology, physics, chemistry in 12, I would definitely do my graduation in naturopathy and then become a naturopathic doctor, because that is something that really drives me, and I feel that naturopathy has such a great, you know, such a great industry, and especially now, since we are in the middle of a pandemic, I think this is going to be such a flourishing field in future. Yoga, naturopathy, Ayurveda, meditation, these are all things that are going to skyrocket in the next few years. We are going to see a multi-million-dollar business, because we're going to see the rest of the world realize that Mother Nature has the power to heal. So if I were to go back, I would definitely do my bachelor's in naturopathy and yogic science. And I've also figured out a very good university for people who are wanting to get into the field of wellness. It's called as, what is that? S. Vyasa University. It's in Bangalore though. It has a residential program as well, and it is, I think, a 3 or 4 year degree program where you can get certified as a naturopathic doctor, and then they teach you yoga and all of that. So I think that's a fantastic field to get into if you are right now considering what practice one should consider in daily life. The daily life is, you have to have a dincharya. I'm going to get to that question, Harshal. But I think S. Vyasa University in Bangalore is a great for students who want to get into the field of wellness. And then from naturopathy, they can do it in hospitals. They have internships in hospitals. They have internships in clinics and Ayurvedic ashrams and detox centers and panchakarma and all of that. So you will be exposed to a variety of techniques to heal your mind, body, cleanse your system, detox your systems, and use procedures like enema or for indigestion, constipation, headache, migraines. I think I'm an ancient soul, so I'm really fascinated by the world of yoga and wellness. I think it has something that is my calling, and this did not happen all of a sudden for me. It happened over a period of 5 to 6 years. So I feel like it takes time for you to figure out where exactly you are meant to be. So if you have not found your passion yet, it's okay. It's going to show up sooner or later. You don't have to push yourself, or you don't have to figure out your life right now. People don't even know what their passion is by the time they are 50. Okay, even 60. People die without knowing and realizing their full potential. So it's okay if you don't know your passions. I figured it out much later, I feel like, but I still feel pretty young at heart. I feel that I'm still 16 and I can still start over, and I still have the energy, enthusiasm, and the effort that I'm willing to put in to rise to my next level. Okay, so there is no age, there is nothing, as long as you have the willingness. If you have the willingness, you will do whatever it takes to make your life extraordinary. The next thing that I really want to talk about here is if you want to go into the wellness industry without doing the degree all over again, or not going into any educational programs, is to go and intern at places like VLCC. VLCC is Vandana's Luthra's cosmetic clinic, where she offers high-end treatments and like thread lift and PRP and carbon facials and all these high-end treatments. Go and see. Even if you get to work as a receptionist, go from there. You have to start somewhere, because remember this, every expert was once a beginner. Nobody started off as being a CEO. Everybody had to start somewhere. So don't feel shy. Don't feel that you've been looked down upon. You are brave enough to take the courage towards the life of your dreams. Remember that you are not meant for a life of mediocrity. You are meant for a life of greatness, and that is what has to be instilled in you. You have to believe in yourself. That has to be ingrained, that whatever you are doing today is for working towards your vision for tomorrow. So do not stop. Just keep moving. Even if it is, you're moving by 1 centimeter every day, that's enough. Okay, you could go into doctors' clinics, you could become a facial therapist, you could work in clinics, or if you want to go to the holistic route like I did, you could become a chef, or you could become a personal chef, or you could join a culinary academy where they teach you how to prepare Ayurvedic food, or how to prepare food that is healing your body. Our body is like a temple. People are more inclined towards organic. Exactly. I'm going to get to all these questions one by one. I'm just going to finish what I have to say, and then I'll answer all your questions. So I feel like right now the wellness industry is booming, because as somebody said here, people are moving towards organic, natural beauty. People are realizing that the entire, so-called, I was saying, beauty industry, that's what made me deviate from using chemical-based products to completely organic. And now people are so focused that they want to make their own oils, make their onion oils, use, tomato ka juice on their faces, or use papaya, which is rich in papain, which gives you anti-aging effects, instead of all those chemical-laden products. So, you're focusing on that and using, as I was telling you, using food as medicine. There are so many courses. In fact, in July, I'm going to be launching my own courses where you're going to be learning how to make those foods as a medicine for your body. It's going to launch in July, so keep yourself updated. I'll be sharing all my details on my Instagram page at Real Akshita Jain. Just on Instagram, if you just go and find me, you'll be able to get all the information there. But moving on, I just want to tell that, the industry of using food as medicine is a thriving industry, and not just in India, even abroad. You could get hired in places like Bali. You could get hired in places like, Sri Lanka, where there are yoga retreats and people are looking for chefs to make those foods, and the pay scale is amazing. Let me tell you, if you think that people who are in the food and health industry, they earn a lot by doing the things that you love doing. So make sure that you find places where they are teaching all these things, where you are able to use Ayurvedic ingredients, or you are able to use plant-based ingredients. I am a vegan myself. I gave up dairy 8 years ago because I realized that dairy is not being made the way that it used to when my grandparents were having dairy. Right now it's full of hormones. इसलिए आप देखते हैं कि 10 या 11 साल के बच्चे अपनी उम्र से बहुत ज़्यादा बड़े दिखने लगे हैं, because of the hormones, estrogen and progesterone, that's been injected into the cows for them to produce more milk. So I have given up that. Now I eat completely vegan. It's not like I'm proponent, I'm forcing that upon you. You have to decide what is good for you and what is good for your lifestyle and for your body and what are your goals. But all I'm telling you that this plant-based industry, this vegan industry, or using natural healing methods or alternative medicine like functional medicine, which is treating the root cause of your disease. It is not about just giving you a pill like you go to a doctor. Doctors, MBBS doctors, not to put them down or anything, they do not get even 4 months of nutrition training. They do not have any nutrition training. So all they are trying to do is not to, create controversy here, but all I'm trying to tell you is that there is a way where you can have your medicine that's prescribed, but include food as a medicine so that you don't have to take those medicines for the rest of your life, right? So that can happen when you have incorporated things like, not emotional eating, because when we are sad, we eat a lot, right? So find ways to let that anger out in a different way. Talk to a counselor, talk to your parent, talk to a sister, so that you are able to heal your inner child or heal yourself, not just from external way, but internally you're able to heal, right? So I think that's where the word wellness comes. Wellness is nothing but well-being from your heart, from your mind, from your soul. You're completely healed, right? So I think when you're completely healed, you find joy and happiness in your life, no matter what industry you are in, whether it's wellness, beauty, nutrition, yoga, physiotherapy, architecture, whatever that is. So I think wellness can be everybody's part and parcel of everybody's life, right? Having beautiful relationships, having a healthy body, having a career that inspires and motivates others and not just yourself, right? You're making a difference on this planet. I think that is where we have to inculcate wellness in our whole life, right? So, but when you talk about career counseling, these are the options. You can become a plant-based chef, get hired in a restaurant that is serving healthy meals. If you want to go to that route, Goa, Sri Lanka, Bali, Himachal Pradesh, McLeodganj, Arunachal Pradesh, these are all the places that you could, be working and beautiful locations and retreats and traveling, to different places. Cruises, there are healthy cruises everywhere. So, you have to discover yourself first and then decide that, okay, I'm going to do this and I'm going to figure out a way to do this. By hook or by crook, there's the saying in Hindi when I was little, hum honge kamayab ek din. So you never have to give up, okay? So that is my main motto amongst everything that I've said, is never ever give up in life. Okay, fall down, but have the courage to get up and move ahead. So I've talked about, how you can get into the industry of yoga. I've talked about how to get into the industry of nutrition, or if you're, the thing is that I really don't align with the RD 4-year degree, because it is set by a certain school that you have to follow only these guidelines. Now there hasn't been an industry curriculum yet completely based on using food as medicine. There are a few, but they're all based, I think, in America. I personally do not know anything that's based out of India, but there's an American institution that offers online healing program, which is called as Hippocrates. It's Hippocrates Lifestyle Medicine Program. So I think they have an incredible program, but I personally would love to see a university that's coming up with a 4-year degree program where you are teaching human beings to self-heal themselves without any medication, because the human body is not meant to have disease. A human body is meant to thrive. A human body is supposed to be fit and healthy till the time we die. We actually use our technology, or we use our lifestyle in such a way that is degrading the quality of our life, but we have to make sure that it's not degrading, it's uplifting. Every day we are soaking the sun, we are using healing tools that are available, we are hydrating our bodies. I have my green tea now, so we are hydrating our bodies. We are working towards something that fuels us. Okay, we are not meant to be depressed. We are not meant to live a low life. We have a purpose here. So I think that is something that I want you to take away from my session, is to live a life of purpose, to live a life of integrity, to live a life of health. All right, so I'm just going to quickly answer a couple questions that are right here. What practice one should practice in daily life? The number one practice is going to bed on time and not touching the phone. Okay, Harshal, so make sure that you go on bed around between 10 to 11 so that you get ample amount of sleep, because when you are well rested, you see that the morning you are well rested, you have the energy, you are clear in your head, and you are feeling all the healing that has taken place while you were sleeping. So I think the first practice is going to bed on time and not using the phone on time. I think that is the number one tip that I would like to give you, is go to bed on time. And the other practice that you could do is hydrating yourself, going to bed on time, hydrating yourself, making sure that you have at least 5 bottles, whenever you're thirsty, in a copper bottle. So make sure that you're able to do that, going to bed on time, hydrating yourself enough, following Mother Nature's rhythm, which is the time the sun rises up to the sun goes down, so that you are in sync with nature, and you will see your energies rise up. And of course, 21 Surya Namaskars every day. It takes about half an hour to 1 hour, less than an hour. 21 Surya Namaskar, and then you will see all your belly fat, all your arm fat, and you will see you shine from inside out. So I think, just practicing these teeny tiny things will have a great effect on your lifestyle. The next question is, people are more inclined towards organic beauty nowadays. So is Kerala the only option? No, Kerala is not the only option. There are a lot of online academies that offer, a training if you want to formulate your own products. Now, what do you want to formulate? If you want to formulate skin products, there is an institute, I think that's called Formulate Botanicare or something. I'm going to list it in the comments below once I, look up. I don't know the exact name, but there are a lot of skin courses where they teach you how to formulate products. And then you can start selling those products via Instagram or via other marketing funnels. And then if you want to take one-on-one training, especially if you want to, have Ayurvedic or something that's all natural, there might be a lot of them. I know there's one in Auroville, India. I was there on a solo trip last year. So I know that Auroville has, but I do not know the name or I can't recall it. But I do know that Kerala has a lot of Ayurvedic beauty courses and a lot of all of that stuff when it comes to natural and organic beauty. But if you're wanting to do high-end facials and do all of that celebrity skin treatments and glow treatments, Bombay is the place. There are a lot of cosmetology courses which you can do and start your career from there by working in a doctor's clinic, dermatologist office, or a skin clinic. Is there any other question? Do you think beauty industry or Ayurveda industry is mainly for elite group or better income class of people because it isn't feasible for all? That's such a good question. I feel that Ayurveda is for everybody, every sector of society. Ayurvedic beauty appeals because it can easily be made not just in your kitchen but also in an everyday life. You're able to make it, whip it, use it and share it with others. So but if you want it as a business, I think it's going to boom. I do not live in India, but if I lived in India, I would definitely have an Ayurvedic holistic clinic that that as my goal. But right now I'm moving away in a couple months, so that's not the plan. But I think an Ayurvedic holistic clinic or a beauty parlor or even like a salon is going to thrive because people are more conscious. People do not want chemicals on their face. People do not want anything that's toxic on their face. So I think it's not just for the elite. I think you can start your prices as low as 1,000 rupees to as high. If you offer a series of treatments, you can offer like a series of treatment for like 10 treatments. You give them a price of 9,000 and you have a profit of 9,000 right there. So create a package, create a business plan, get your certifications, work on as many people, get your marketing stuff out, make flyers, and there is no stopping you to become successful in the beauty industry, whether it's as as an owner of a salon, whether it's a freelancer, whether it's doing makeup and facials and all of that. So the thing is, what are you passionate about? आपको कौन सा काम करके आपको एकदम feel alive होता है या जुनून आता है? Or even YouTube, who forgets YouTube? If you're good at speaking, if you're able to share valuable content to your followers, I think YouTube is a great platform to share your knowledge and gain revenue on the side as well. So I hope that answered your question, Shuli Day. Okay. In this COVID-19, what are the foods that you recommend? I think one Ayurvedic herb that is less talked about today is ashwagandha. Ashwagandha is an adaptogenic herb, and every day before sleeping, if you take dairy, then you can take it with your dairy. दूध के साथ आप अश्वगंधा डालकर पी सकते हैं, हल्दी अश्वगंधा का थोड़ा सा पाउडर, या आप अगर दूध नहीं पीते हैं तो बादाम का दूध या कोई और पानी में भी आप डालकर मिक्स कर पी सकते हैं. So wheat grass is a great immunity booster. Ashwagandha, which is an adaptogenic herb, very easily available in India, not usually available in the US, तो मुझे इंडिया से ले जाना पड़ता है. So I think that's a great option for people who are right now in this COVID-19 situation, is to have more natural products, have more seasonal fruits, and every morning अगर आप नींबू के साथ थोड़ा सा cinnamon powder, cinnamon को हिंदी में क्या बोलेंगे? What is cinnamon called in Hindi? It's called दालचीनी. Yes. So it's called दालचीनी का पाउडर पानी में डालकर पिएंगे तो इससे ब्लड कोलेस्ट्रॉल भी आपका थोड़ा सा लो हो जाएगा, and then it will provide you immunity as well along with the lemon juice. So make sure you're doing all these simple but very easy lifestyle changes in your life to increase your immunity, increase your inner and outer beauty, because it all begins from inside and it radiates outside. How to intoxicate our body to keep ourselves fit in this phase. Okay. So I think the first, I didn't understand, how do you say intoxicate? I think you meant कि हमारे बॉडी को फिट रखने के लिए क्या करना चाहिए. सिर्फ 5 चीज़ें और बहुत सिंपल चीज़ें हैं. सबसे पहले तो आप टाइम पर सो रहे हो, क्योंकि आपका अगला दिन उसी पर डिपेंड करेगा जैसे आप अपनी पिछली रात की आपकी नींद हुई है. क्योंकि अगर आपकी नींद ही नहीं हुई है तो आप ड्राउजी हो, ग्रम्पी हो, you aren't at your best. But when you get ample amount of sleep, you are bursting with energy in the morning. So when you have that energy, you're drinking your water, getting your exercise. The first thing that boosts your endorphins, oxytocin, सारे आपके happy chemicals जो आपकी body में release होते हैं, वो होते हैं व्यायाम करने से. I hope I'm sounding व्यायाम करने से is exercise. So when you do that movement of your body, or even dance. Dance is a beautiful way of liberating yourself. It's a beautiful way of moving to the tunes of music. Music से हम कितना happy feel करते हैं, right? So always have some sort of music always playing, whether it's classical Indian music or Brazilian salsa or even Bollywood music. I love music all the time and I'm dancing all the time. So make sure that you are moving your body, whether it's yoga, Surya Namaskar, whether it's dancing for an hour. Do something that you love first thing in the morning, because if you are in a good mood, you're going to put others in a good mood. If you are in a bad, grumpy and irritated mood because you didn't get enough sleep last night, because you were on your phone doing TikTok videos and Instagram, guess what, you're going to make other people grumpy as well, and your entire energy of your house is going to go down. So make sure that you keep yourself happy first. If you are happy, everybody becomes happy. So I think the first thing that you need to make yourself fit is to make yourself emotionally fit. Emotionally fit by getting good sleep, having less toxic people around you. You have only people who are making you get to the next level. Sometimes people are grumpy because they want to see you a better shape of you. So take criticism in the right way with the right spirit, and then get your sweat on, अपना सारे पसीना या सारा anger उस yoga में या dance में या any sort of movement that you like, Zumba हो गया या online Tabata classes, आजकल everybody is online. So get out there, get your energy out. एक बार आपकी वो energy निकल जाएगी, you'll be surrounded with a lot of positivity around you. So I think that is how I personally like to start my day, with some sort of exercise, because I practice Ashtanga. Ashtanga is a ancient form of yoga that has been practiced for many years, and it originates from Mysore. So it's also called as Mysore yoga. So I do my Ashtanga practice in the morning, and that makes me really makes me feel dynamic but relaxed at the same time. So I think that's the best way to keep yourself emotionally and mentally fit. What are the skills required for this? I didn't really understand your question, Harshal. Can you elaborate on that? What are the skills required for in the wellness industry, or what? Please elaborate that question. I'm a little confused by that one-liner. All right, so next question is, which type of product should be used by girls or women who is suffering from PCOD? Now, PCOD is caused by, the production of thyroxine sometimes in your thyroid gland, but everybody sometimes have different reactions of how their body reacts to when they are suffering from polycystic ovarian syndrome. So you have to go to a doctor, and then he is going to test you, and then he is going to prescribe you. Never take medical advice in a virtual session like this. I wouldn't recommend that for anybody. So every individual is unique, and every individual has a unique set of reactions to any disease. We both might have the same problem, but I will react differently, and Anushka is going to react differently. So make sure that you are always having an individualistic approach, and go to your personal gynecologist or doctor and ask him that what is the thing that is bothering, because I do not know what your reaction is. So I wouldn't like to advise on that, especially in a virtual session. Hello, Rekha. What daily practice they should perform? I've already what daily practice that one should perform, I've already listed it in the previous question, is that the daily practices to elevate your sense of life is to get enough sunlight early in the morning, because sunlight activates your endocrine and pituitary gland, which is situated in your brain. It activates and puts those happy hormones. Now, when your happy hormones are activated, it puts you in a state of euphoria. Now, euphoria is a feeling of blessing, a feeling of joy, a feeling of energy. Okay, so when that happens, when the sun hits your body, it's going to, not just give you vitamin D, which is an essential vitamin, but it is also going to give you all of that happy hormones right at the beginning of your day. And then you have your water, go and do some exercise, do your morning rituals. Most successful people have a set morning ritual without which they are not able to do rest of the things, because we have to calm ourselves down so that we can impart energy to the rest of the world. If one wants to be in this profession, the skill sets required. Now you have to determine, there are different skill sets for every profession. When it comes to wellness and beauty, you have to analyze your personality. Is your personality, an extrovert leadership, or somebody who can teach a class or lead an event or a workshop? Then you probably are somebody who could be an educator, who could be somebody who could be doing a platform, who could be a platform artist. Now platform artists are people who are incredible at hair, who are incredible at talking and spreading knowledge. So you could be a company representative. Suppose if I have a beauty company, I'm going to hire that person with that personality and skill set to go and demonstrate it to different salons and make my product sell in those salons. So make sure that you analyze your personality. Now if you're somebody who likes working behind the chair, or who likes being somebody who likes to be quiet and who is not much interactive, you could be a great person who is working behind the computer. You could be a great person who is into HR, or who is doing the back end work. So you have to determine what is your unique skill set. For me, it's always been a front-end person. I'm not a person who likes to be in front of the computer. I'm not a computer person. So I realized that the best way that I can thrive is by educating and empowering others. And I leave the back-end, whatever stuff has to be taken care of by my team. So you have to realize what you are good at, work on your strength. Because I do not know what your strength is. Only you can determine, and you can determine by being with yourself, experiencing, getting different experiences, sitting back, taking a look of how far you have come, the same patterns that are showing up in your life whenever a challenging situation comes up, and then you'll realize what you are good at and what you are not good at. Okay, so put your strength in a box, work with those strengths, and move to the next level. Okay, so don't play up your weaknesses. Don't think that everybody has weaknesses, but we do not focus on our weaknesses. We focus on our strength. All right. Is there any other question? I'm all here to answer all your questions. I think I've almost talked about everything. Is there anything else that you would like to know about the beauty and wellness industry? And yes, there's one more thing that I would like to add, is that you could also think about becoming a meditation and a sound healer. Now, sound healers charge about 2,000 to 3,000 per session. In fact, in beautiful countries like Bali, or beautiful countries like Vietnam and Cambodia, there are even higher prices, right? So they align your chakras of your body. Chakras are energy path in our body. So even if you do a sound healing session and you align that with your yoga practice, or you become a teacher and start a studio, or able to teach meditation to corporate workshops, going to offices like Google. I went into office like Google, but if you're here, reach out to different corporates. Now, corporates want their employees to be really calm, or really motivated. So they have these corporate wellness sessions, which go up from 5,000, 10,000, 15,000, as I am aware with the local people that I have interacted with. So you could also host corporate wellness sessions and corporate yoga and all of that. So you have to decide what is good for you. जैसे मैंने सबसे पहले भी बोला था, सुनो सबकी लेकिन करो वही जो खुद को ठीक लगता है. So that you are in the end responsible for your choices. You are in the end responsible for your career or your professional growth. All right, I think I've talked quite a bit on the topic and answered pretty much all of the questions here. Yes, absolutely, absolutely. In order to be a healer, or in order to be someone who is has that energy, whether it's Reiki or whether it's yoga, whether it's meditation, whether it's using food as medicine, or sound healing. These are all connected to spirituality, because spirituality is nothing but it is coming from a source energy which is imparted to us from the universe. जो universe या उनके laws में believe करता है, I think he'll naturally be guided towards living a spiritual life. Now, in order to live a spiritual life, you don't have to be a monk. आपको साध्वी नहीं बनना है, आपको जंगलों में जाकर रहने की कोई ज़रूरत नहीं है. आप अपने रोज़मर्रा के एक कर्म योगी के भी काम कर कर भी आप एक spiritual person हो सकते हैं, where you are always having compassion and kindness. You're able to put yourself in other situation and analyze that, and you feel for other person, you feel for the animals, you feel for the earth, you feel for the environment. When you start getting all those emotions in yourself, you feel for other young kids, and you're able to feel that empathetic feeling within you. You are spiritually aligned to the universe. So I think healing and spirituality, almost every healer that I've met is spiritually aligned. So and spirituality and religion is not connected. You can be a religion, any path, any belief, but you could still be spiritually aligned. And we all are spiritual beings on this planet. We are all connected. और अब ये COVID-19 के कारण तो हमको और समझ आ रहा है कि how we are all connected. We have different journeys, we have different thought process, we have different environment, but there is something that is connecting us, each one of us, across the planet of 7 billion and counting. So I definitely think healing and spirituality is connected. Any last thoughts? All right. I hope you all stay connected. You can follow me on Instagram at real Akshita Jain. Don't forget to keep moving, keep growing. And tonight I will be live on Instagram, live with on SHASHI Dream Foundation's Instagram page. That was quite a mouthful, at 7 p.m. So catch me right there. I will be so happy to talk to all of you again. If you have any further questions, we can definitely answer them on Instagram. I hope we stay connected on our Instagram profiles. You can message me and I can definitely help you to keep growing. Let's motivate each other and get on to the next level. Lots of love from me to you. Thank you. Thank you.